I said, I'm sorry, Mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry. But tonight, I'm cleaning out my closet. Or is it her closet? Fuck. I don't know. Just rolled the intro.
Please claim your baggage.
Welcome back. I'm actually surprised if you made it back after Fuego Friday.
Dude, Fuego Friday was rough. I didn't even have shoes in that episode.
I was going to call you out, so I'm so happy you self-reflected and
No. There's definitely some things we got to talk about that episode. So let's hash that out. One,
Okay.
If you guys are not sure, I was not wearing shoes. I don't know what happened. I think I came into the house, took the shoes off, and just forgot to put them on. That was my baggage over there. What
Yeah.
happened to your Fuego Friday?
I mean, first of all, though, you had some pretty cool socks.
You couldn't even see. This is
I
the
know,
thing.
but they were
Look,
Gremlins
guys,
socks.
I usually have the freshest socks. Like, I have a huge collection of socks. But that sock was just a tiny little gremlin, and I don't even know if anyone saw it.
Yeah, that's true, but Gremlins rule.
Yeah, so for you guys, you just saw gray socks, but it had a dope little gremlin on it. Was it Gizmo?
It was Gizmo.
It had Gizmo on it. But this time, I made sure to come in with the heat. So we're out here. And I think you're a little stoned if you're going to call me out. Then I'm going to call you out.
For me, though, I'm a baby lightweight, so let's be clear.
Yeah,
I'm
see?
talking like 10. I had last episode, Fuego Friday, I smoked a little bit of a joint, and then I had this like CBD THC beverage. Shout out Lagunitas.
Ooh.
Hook it up. But it was like a hybrid, and I haven't tried that one, and it definitely just made me a little loopy. So yeah, it was a turn up moment
Yeah.
on Fuego Friday.
Nah, it's okay. So wait, let me get this right. You were just talking a lot, and my brain is kind of small. So how long you've been sober in total?
Over
Like
11
without-
years. Oh, wait.
Yeah, no weed. We're not counting weed
Yeah.
over here, people. It's like, it's
Okay, but that's what I'm talking about. That's
How
all.
long-
That's why we even
But
have
you
to
don't
talk
even
about this.
drink though, right?
No,
Okay.
no.
So you haven't done anything other than marijuana for how long?
Over 11 years in
Okay.
October. Yeah.
So yeah,
Thank you. Thank
that's
you.
that's a lot of
Accomplishments.
commitment. Like,
Yeah.
especially like partying up with folks that are sponsored by Truly. It's tough, because people must be always. See, that's the thing. I feel like you have a lifestyle where there's people around you that do drink and possibly do other things. How are you able to just forget about those things? Did you even go to AA meetings? Like, I know we're not supposed to drill down this, but like, I'm interested. How are you so committed to sobriety?
Well, I'm like an all in or all out type of person. So at the time, because I was such a fucking mess, like everyone thought it was just, haha, whatever. Because I was just always fucking up, like wrecking cars. My
Whoa.
license was suspended.
How many cars?
Oh my God, I don't know. Don't put me on the spot like that. That's a lot. Okay.
More than 3?
I totaled 4 cars.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I
Not
never
all-
even.
Not all drinking. Like some of it was just because I'm a really bad driver, and those of you who know me know that it's terrible. Like
Shit,
reckless.
4 cars. I never even had 4 cars to wreck.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's what's up. All
Get
right,
a
keep
job.
going.
I don't know what to
I
tell
know.
you.
I'm trying. Please, people, if you believe in this podcast and in this channel, make this my job.
Oh
Sorry,
my
we've been
gosh.
interrupted because
Look at how fresh he looks.
my other child, little one, has joined the podcast.
Well, little one wants to give a shout out for his fresh jacket. Shout out, Neko Lulu.
Nako Lulu.
Yes.
Is that like Hawaiian or some shit?
Actually, maybe I should read the name.
Okay, so shout out to the designer of this fresh ass.
Neko Lulu Studio.
Hey, they're from where though?
Spain on
Spain.
Etsy. I think it's
Etsy.
Neko, maybe Nako Lulu Studio.
Okay, so this is very small audience out there, but if you happen to have a Sphinx, I don't know who has a Sphinx out there, but if you do, make sure you hit up Uka Nulu Lulu.
Neko Lulu.
Neko Lulu for custom fur coats. This was what kind of animal was this before it got turned into a Sphinx coat?
It looks like Pikachu.
It does look like Pikachu. Ooh. I feel like Pikachu. You sure these people are not Chinese? Wait, is Pikachu Chinese? Am I being racist? That's Japanese.
That's Japanese.
Damn. Ooh. So if you're interested in seeing what this cute naked cat looks like in a fur coat, hit up our Instagram, Claim Your Baggage Pod, or just check out on YouTube the full video. By the way, if you're listening to this on Spotify or iTunes or whatever your preference is for podcasts, just know that this is also on YouTube. And there's a lot of imagery to this whole thing. But I would like to take a moment to formally introduce our IT guy.
Oh, yeah, the help desk.
The help desk. Help desk. So talking about help desk, I want to talk about my boy Lev. Like, this is a dude that I appreciate so much. Like, his hunger towards the craft has been so refreshing. And the fact that he likes creating with me is a huge thing, because not a lot of people like playing with me. And
there's reasons for that.
I know, but the fact that this dude is still around and he's here holding a camera, making sure everything is going, sound is perfect, he's there for Google if we need, is amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to have him every week. Yeah, the fact that I'm saying this better be like every week.
You must have some deep dirt on Lev.
No, I got
putting
nothing
up with
but
you after all of this time.
I just have a lot of issues with people leaving me all the time.
Oh,
so I'm just saying.
The emo.
So Lev, you're here every Wednesday, and I'm so happy that you're here. All right, every Wednesday you're here.
You got it, bud.
All right. So yeah, are you excited to be here? This is the best podcast ever, and this is the only podcast filmed in front of a live audience.
Hey!
You hear that?
Yeah,
they're still going.
My ears are bleeding.
I know.
I can't.
Guys, keep it down. I know. It's
Oh, you
hilarious
want to
jokes
see something
coming up.
horrible?
What is that? With your nails? Like, can we see? We're supposed to talk about an actual topic here, but we're just going off. But I still gotta go off. What's up with the nails?
I mean,
like,
first of all, I think that they're great weapons. You know, no one really wants to.
Who did those? Like, who was the maniac that did those?
Shout out Shy.
Dude, imagine, like, I just imagine dudes in jail if they had
like
a
shanks.
Single one. Yeah, if they had just, like, even a pinky or a thumb,
Don't
they
fuck
would,
with me.
like, fuck people up. Like,
Yeah.
you got you got 09. You got 09, actually. Now that I just stare at it.
Don't call that out.
How do you even manage those? Like,
I manage just fine.
What are some things that you can't do with those nails, though?
I can't get my card out of a card reader by myself. So, one time when this... yes.
Wait.
Do you want to hear?
Wait, I do, but, like, what do you mean? Like, when you go to ATM, you can't take the card out?
ATM, gas station. Gas station is where this first... Actually, that's not true. So rewind to... This is the first time I think I ever knew that they had reached a length that was just beyond real function, I guess, but I make it work. And I was in New Jersey, in Jersey City.
Actually, don't shout out New Jersey.
So I was in Jersey City at that mall. Help desk. Could you look up what that mall is? Okay, so I was at the Newport Center, which if you've been to Jersey City and you've been to the Newport Center, it can get like really busy. And like, if you know anything about Jersey, and I'm from the East Coast, so I say this with love, but we are not a friendly people. So I couldn't get my card out, and I was literally like, no one would help me. And I was just standing in this parking garage in Jersey, and I was just like, I literally can't leave. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then finally this lady came, and I was like, she saw my nails and I saw her nails, and she knew the struggle, and she was like, girl, you gotta get something to like carry with you. And I was like, you're right. So my dumbass never got anything. And then I would be with people in the car, and I'm like, can you please pull my card out of the machine, right?
Wait, you would go to the car behind you? Or,
yeah, anybody at a gas
like
station. Yeah, so I would just be like, I carry scissors now in my car. So if you look at my card, it's like fucked up. But for a long time, I would people would tell me like, oh, get like the little tabs for like your schoolwork, you know, to mark a page.
Oh, and
I always forget. So like I rely on the help of strangers. And because I'm a Libra, I'm like outgoing, and I can just and I'm a Sag moon. So I'm just all types of out there with my personality. So I'm not afraid to ask for help, but I am selective because I don't want help from people that are like, let me pump your gas. No. I'm not asking them.
That's so inconvenient, though. You gotta like ask someone or use your scissors every time you're taking out your card.
Well, to be fair, if I prepared better, I would, I wouldn't need that. But I use my scissors and they work just fine. The only time it's like sketchy, the only time it's sketchy is when I have to go in somewhere and I'm like, damn, if I have to go in somewhere and use an ATM, because the card readers, whatever, it's fine. It's just the ones that are like deep in there.
Shout out to the monster that has done that to your hands. Like, fuck.
Shy.
It's like,
Shy.
Shout out Shy, because now
I gotta get his name off my Instagram. We'll insert that later here. Well, not here because I have a broken nail. Sorry, but he's out of the country.
I feel like he made you handicapped, though.
No, this was actually years ago.
I'm just saying you're kind of handicapped with those nails.
No, I'm not.
Yeah?
I'm perfectly fine.
Let's say you have to climb anything or do something that regular people can do. What are you going to do?
I'm going to do it.
You're like 3 inches
like
away from
Catwoman.
Doing it, though.
You don't even know. You don't fucking know me.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know these Libras. I never know these Libras. These people are fucking...
But you said your mom's a Libra.
I don't trust that woman. That woman is sketchy, man.
Well, let's take the time now, this deep into the episode.
Wait, is that why you're wearing the necklace?
I
see
wear it
that
a lot.
Libra necklace.
I wear it a lot. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because tonight we're talking about astrology.
Astrology.
Ooh, in dating specifically, but I mean, we could talk about your mom because I know your dating life is,
Well, I always ask my mom.
You don't hang out with these girls long enough to know their sign.
That is true.
You don't even know their name,
but like,
let alone
when
their
do you ever?
sign.
You never really give a shit about the sign, though. Like, when I'm fucking somebody, the last thing I want to know is their sign. And then as soon as I find out they're a Libra, I'm like, my dick gets soft inside of them.
Well, that's, your loss. But did you know that, and I agree with you, like, I mean, unless...
Your dick gets soft, too?
Yes, with Aquaries, specifically.
Was that just because? Okay.
Okay.
No. Because I have experience with Libra, and now you just took a shot at me because I'm an Aquarius.
I did.
Like,
but
do you have an experience with Aquarius? Because I have experience.
Not romantically. Okay, but wait. I was just saying I wouldn't necessarily, if I were you and I was just out here fucking different people, every week. Shout out to Wednesday nights at Cabo, where you get your hoochie mamas too.
Hoochie mamas at Cabo on Wednesdays.
His words, not mine. Because you know what? Fucking live your life. You don't need to be a hoochie mama. You do you. But I'm saying if I was just having like a one night stand with somebody, yeah, like I'm not going to know their sign. But did you know that if you know their birth chart or not even that, just on their regular chart, well, you don't need their full birth chart is what I'm saying. If you know like some of their big placements, you can find out if you're sexually compatible.
But that's the thing. You're trying to like, that's way bigger than the picture that I'm trying to create here. I'm just trying to like hit it and quit it.
Okay, but if you could
like
know,
the more
okay,
you
but
know,
can I ask you something about
Go ahead.
Okay. So when you are, rolling the dice and just having these one night stands, how often would you say that you walk away feeling like, you know what, I could have done a better job myself?
All right, I'm gonna be like honest here. Sometimes like you go in and you don't last that long, and I don't know why. I feel like sex with a person sometimes it requires, more than once to. You almost have to like feel it, like get their style, get really what they're into, and then I'm able to last longer. I feel like always the first experience kind of sucks. You're just either too
So why
fucked
have all
up.
these one night stands?
I don't know. I guess just because I got tired of jerking off at home.
Okay, all right.
It's
but,
like-
the point I was making was just that you can tell a lot about sexual
So
compatibility.
you're saying if I knew someone's sign, astrology sign, I could have better sex if their sign is compatible with mine?
Well, more than just your sun sign, for those of you who know nothing
What is
about astrology.
okay? So all right, I don't know shit about astrology. Like
Okay, well, we're going to keep it real high level for everyone tonight.
no, yeah, keep it simple. Like
Yeah.
make
So-
me understand what all of this means.
Okay, so your sun sign is your most common sign. So if you read horoscopes or you know your birthday, that placement, that astrological sign is considered your sun sign. So, for example, I'm a Libra and you are an Aquarius.
Okay.
Yes. So then your moon sign dictates kind of like how you move through your emotions, how you communicate emotionally, but that pairs
Who
with
created that rule though? Like, where do you get this information from?
So you have to read your birth chart, and to do that, you have to put in where you were born, your birth date, your full birth date, and place of birth. Did I say that? Yeah, where you were born, your birth date, and then the time of birth, because it just measures where the planets were in alignment at the time of your birth.
So someone somewhere is keeping track of where the sun, where the moon is every day, and they're inputting into this algorithm that just spits out information
I
at
don't
you.
really know science, and I'm sorry if I should know this, but there's a way to track it. that's
Well,
out there.
yeah, okay. So I'm sure we found a way to keep tracks of
Yeah.
things. So, okay, you input my information, where
yes.
I'm from, the
Yes.
time I was born, my name,
Yes.
and then what do you get?
So then you get your birth chart. So we're going to just talk about the big placements for the sake of this conversation. So your moon sign, your emotions, how you kind of like deal with things that affect
So
your
moon
heart.
is emotion.
Yes.
Okay.
Sun is like the core of who you are. And it's like your true self. Well, yes. And then your rising sign is what like people's first impression of you is. And honestly, they say that your rising sign can change as you get older. Like you can become less of
So,
that. But that's what you present out.
I'm an Aquarius, and my rising sign is something different.
Yes. Your Aquarius is who you truly are. That's your sun placement. That's who
Okay.
you truly are, right? Your rising sign is like what people's first, I can just best explain it like what like people's first impression of you is.
Huh.
Yeah. So, for example, I'm a Libra, which, I mean, shout out Libras, but I can be annoying. But I'm bubbly and social, and I like pretty things, aesthetics. I can be indecisive, but that's not fully true. And I'm generally...
So fucking
It's it's the scales. Come on. So, but my rising sign is Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, and Sagittarius tend to be, or no, I'm sorry, I'm a Sagittarius moon, Capricorn rising. Sorry.
Fuck.
So a Capricorn is like hard worker, very focused, determined, like goal oriented. And that is definitely how I present myself. That's like what comes out first. I'm like super ambitious, really driven. I can be like a workaholic at times, but that's what people's like first impressions of me are.
What other sign is best compatible with me? Because now it's not just one sign, it's multiple signs into a person.
Yeah,
so like
so
where
you
do
have
I
to
go?
know your birth chart.
Okay, so if I know my birth chart, then there's a compatibility with another sign out there? Or
Yeah.
is it just one specific sign? Like, that's where I don't get it.
No,
like,
it's not one
or
specific
is
sign
it
because
just
it's like people are multifaceted. So
Okay.
you kind of need to know like, but let's break it down. I mean, do you, but it's a lot of work to get somebody's birth chart before you just have sex with them, especially if it's like a random hookup. But I'm saying in a dating scenario, if you're seeing someone and you get their information.
Okay, so let's say, I match with this chick and I'm so ready to do my thing. And then I ask her what my And then I ask her what her sign is, not
Yeah.
mine, because I know mine, but I don't
Yes.
really know because I apparently have two. I ask her what her sign is, and then that still doesn't mean anything unless I do so much research into this topic.
No, I think you can tell a lot by your sun placements. Like I think
So
every
it's always obvious. Like
and I think you know over time. Like for example, like for me, I really can't fuck with Scorpio moons.
okay, why is that?
Scorpios for me are just a little too intense because as a Libra, I'm a baby and like I have a Libra Venus too, which is terrible. And that's how you like to be loved. For those of you who don't know, your Venus placement is how you show love, how you express love, and kind of like what you look for in romance in that area. I can be like a bit of a baby. I like, affection, but I also need my space. Like I can't, if someone comes on way too strong and intense, it's like I'm out of there. Like I'm by. Like the vibe has to be there. But if you're like coming in real hot, I just kind of get out. And Scorpios tend to be really intense, so I avoid them.
So is it basically your sign
Yes.
plus another sign
Yes.
equals an emotion
It's,
or equals a trait? Like,
Let me explain it this way.
Give me a formula.
Yeah.
This plus this equals that.
I don't know that that's possible. Essentially, it's just how two people, like, at your personality traits, how they blend together. And you're either going to clash or you're going to gel. There.
Okay.
Simple.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes a negative and a positive even out.
Huh.
But sometimes two positives can be too much. So it's all about like you just have to have certain things that like mesh. But that's why the full birth chart will explain even more in depth because it really tells you everything about your personality. And then if you get someone else's birth chart, you can see where maybe things could be good in the beginning, but where you would have problems down the road because maybe there's some foundational things there that just are not compatible.
Yeah.
So
is there really maybe a way to overcome the birth chart and really do whatever the fuck those two people feel like doing?
Yeah.
Because
But that's
is this like set in stone though? You know what I'm saying? Or is this like a long-term thing? Like,
No.
let's say if I'm trying to meet someone and really get to know them long-term, am I going to go deep into the birth charts and really see if we're compatible, or should I just let life do its thing and fuck it if we're not compatible? Maybe we'll find some compatibility along the way.
I look at it this way. In a birth chart, you can really determine like, yes, compatibility and what it is just at surface level. And then you can decide, are there things within that compatibility that maybe don't line up, but if you're aware of it, it's something you could work through together. Like it's not a deal breaker. It's just like you may not align in this area. Or it could just be like, get the fuck out, this is toxic.
Okay,
And you know those people. You know those couples where they're together and you're like, ooh, like just why?
So I attract a lot of Libras as we mentioned in the beginning.
What can you explain to me in your definition a Libra?
Well, okay, so let me explain. My mom is a Libra. I grew up with a Libra, and she had a lot of damaging experiences to her character, to the point that like I feel like her Libra ways transpire that shit so much into me. Always so worried, always analyzing every side of the coin, a lot of passion in places that there shouldn't have been, maybe just some critical thinking. And shout out to my mom though, because like fuck, I love that woman and she has done so much. And the fact that I'm here today drinking this Truly has a lot to do with my mom. But I feel like she has given me a lot of fears. And then I go back to another relationship I've had, and I just always saw the Aquarius, I guess, versus the Libra. Mm-hmm. And it was just so different. Like, I've always gave this example. If I were to have some kids, it'd be some fucking wild ass kids, like some Bam Bams. That Bam Bam from Flintstones?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
my kids would be such Bam Bams.
They totally would.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and it's like my ex-partner, her kid would have been very nurtured and sheltered and, oh my God, my baby this, my baby that. And then I'd get that. That's how my mom raised me. So I guess I see that there's traits that carry on with Libras. So in your experience as a Libra, as I just described my experience with a Libra, what do you have to say?
No, it's accurate.
Yeah.
I would say I constantly weigh both sides of the coin. I love fairness, and I just want to be very sure that the decisions that I make are the right decisions because I entertain every possible road. And I definitely think that I can be nurturing and caring because Libras can be people pleasers at times. Like, it's something you have to like watch out for because we
One thing about my mom,
Yeah.
she, whatever, I will not go down this bag. I will not open this baggage right now. But growing up, I had a band and I looked really seen. And I had really tight pants and really funky clothes. So people around the neighborhood thought I was gay. And that wasn't it. It was just the scene. But anyway, my mom fucking cared so much what everyone had to say that sometimes I feel like I didn't even exist because she was trying to people please.
But there's nothing wrong with people thinking you're gay. Like, fuck yeah, be
No.
gay, be whatever.
It wasn't
cares?
about that though. You really want to
No,
dig
I
deep what it
know,
was about?
I know.
It was about, like, I feel like she never really wanted or accepted me for who I was. There was just always this perception of me in her head. And even though she says that she's very proud, everything I've done, she's very proud of, even though she can't express it.
But then that's where I need her birth chart.
Yeah, I could give her a birth chart, but at the same time, it's just like we're lost in translation.
Yeah.
It's like half of my life I was brought up here. She's fully Brazilian as fuck, and as I mentioned in the last episode, very like Catholic, and everything that I do is so wrong. And sometimes I wonder, it's like, am I just this lone wolf in this like astrology chart, or is there a way for you to still belong somewhere, even though like your sign, like, I see, like, I almost feel like you're branding this thing onto me. Like, you're an Aquarius, everything you do is this way. Your mom is a Libra, everything she does is this way. But can we ever overcome and meet in the middle?
Yes, that's what I told you. I think that the purpose of the birth chart, what you're getting to, is that you can be aware of the tendencies of your personality, the good things and the potential bad things, because everybody has shit about themselves that can, like, you might be short-tempered, you might be flaky, like, it talks about all of that shit. So then you just have to be aware of how you are and how you would interact with someone where those things might not match up, like, you know?
Yeah.
So then you can work to understand each other, because if you understand where the other person's coming from or how they communicate, because it explains all of that, how you communicate, how you love, how you deal with emotions, like, all of those things can help you understand where the other person is coming from and how it may not match up with how you communicate. Let's use communication. They might communicate differently than you do, and your communication may just clash. But if you're aware of how the other person communicates and receives communication, you can tailor that. My best friend is a double Aquarius.
Okay.
Okay.
And you said that I'm a devil
Yes.
Aquarius.
Yes. And double Aquarius, like you said, can be cold, because the Aquarius sign itself can be a bit like mysterious and reserved and kind of like internalized. They need a lot of personal space. You know, that's kind of the Aquarius sign. With the moon, that's also how you like handle your emotions. So like if you're upset about something or like going through your feels, you don't want to fuck with anybody. You just want to like retreat, right? So when I'm upset, I'm a Sag moon. Like, I'm like, let's talk about it right here, right now. We need to resolve everything. And like,
Am I a Sag moon?
no, you're a Sag rising.
Okay.
So anyway, so with Nicole and I, we like when we were communicating, if we disagreed about something, she would not like, she needed time and like space away from it, and I could not. Like, I can't take space. Like, I need to resolve things, like, here and now.
Okay.
And I can get really fiery. Like, if the switch flips, I can be very direct. Like, it's not that I'm an asshole. I can be an asshole, though. I'm just extremely direct. And that's a lot for someone who is like, whoa, I need space. And also just in our friendship, like, I can be social all the time. I do like my alone time, but she needs way more alone time than I do. But being aware of that, we're able to maintain a long-term friendship because I understand what she needs when she's going through something, even if it doesn't match up with what you know what I mean? Even if it's different than my own, I can respect her for who she is and meet her where she's at.
So let me break this down for you simple people. Like myself. Myself plus birth chart equals woke.
Yes.
So if you know about birth charts, if you know what's going on within astrology, then you're able to gauge your interactions with other people.
Yes. Ooh, damn, that was a husky voice.
Uh-huh. So,
Soulful.
okay, wait, I'm learning.
Okay.
So you're saying that by getting information in really what meant at that time that you were birthed, that time that you came out of your mom's birthed.
One.
That time that you were birthed. Did I do two?
Birthed.
That time. Okay, so that time that I was
Birthed.
out of my mom's vagina, it actually meant something, and I should pay attention to it because it will affect how I interact with other people in the real world.
Yes.
Huh.
It's not so stupid after all, huh? Yeah, bitch.
But what if that opposite pussy? What if that opposite pussy is so good?
But that's how it usually goes. I will say, and I would love to know, please reach out to us on our socials or email us at claimyourbagagepod@gmail.com. I would love to know if people agree with this. I will say some of the best sex I've ever had is with people who are horrible for me. Toxic, like fuck, like the toxic sex.
Why is that?
Because
though?
you probably have compatibility within your chart in ways where maybe there's a lot of like passion in your chart that lines up, but that also goes very the other way. So you just like constantly clash. But I mean, you can be sexually compatible with someone and completely the rest of your chart is fucked. Yeah.
So all you got is sex, but nothing else.
Yes, that's why people get dickmatized or, you know, they fall into relationships that are basically just lust, but the sex is so good they stay. But those are the couples. The couples that are so toxic, I bet the only thing keeping them together is they're very compatible sexually. And if they're not, then...
Is that the moon
cool,
or the sun keeping that up?
No, it's a combination of things.
Of things.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Your Venus plays into that. Your Lilith.
So, you know, one thing, you did look at my birth chart.
Yes.
Okay, so you read my birth chart.
Yeah, I mean, I need to know all the red flags before I ever agreed to.
Okay, so I proposed to you, hey, I like your personality. Let's make a podcast. And then you asked what my birthday was, what time I was born, and all of that bull crap. What did it tell you?
Well, I mean, what you've already shown in the last 3 episodes that you're...
Oof. Okay,
Yeah,
keep going.
yeah. That you're a wreck.
Oh, a car wreck.
A plane crash.
I love plane crash. Okay, I'm getting a boner
You're
from this.
so fucking
Like,
excited.
I can't say I'm getting a boner because I have a cat on. Oh god.
Oh my god. God, why do you always say shit that is like immediately cancel?
I am not getting a boner from this, but I love plane crashes. Keep going. So
Okay,
my birth
yeah.
chart says that I'm reckless.
Yeah, reckless, free spirit. You're a little all over the place. You definitely don't have feelings.
No, they're there
Cold.
somewhere.
No, like really, like I think I was saying this at another time, but definitely I feel like with Aquaries, like you may outwardly put off that there's no feeling, but inside there's feelings. You just keep them down there. Keep
It's
it to
just-
yourself.
See, I have a lot of passion. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
towards anything. Even this podcast, motherfuckers. I've been editing this shit with a full-time job. No, I'm just kidding. But
You don't have a full-time job.
I know, I'm trying. I'm
I know.
delivering Uber Eats out
I
there,
know,
so
I
chill.
know.
But I have a lot of passion with anything that I do. But I feel like it's very specific, you know? It's almost like it's so easy to ice up and become cold towards something.
Yeah, but I think your passion also comes from your Sag rising.
Huh.
Yeah.
In really short, in 15
In a
seconds.
summary, you want a cliff
summary.
notes.
Who is a Libra who is sun this and moon that?
Okay, Libra sun, Sag moon,
Okay.
Cap rising.
Got it.
Okay. I'm social. I like to have a good time. I'm passionate. I'm focused and determined. I'm not indecisive. I just weigh all the options. I'm extremely passionate about fairness, justice. I love love. I love things that are pretty. I am friends with lots of different people. I have a very diverse friend group because I can kind of like my personality is like all over the place. Like I'm not someone you can just put in like one box. I'm like all over the place, so I can fit into many groups. I'm a leader. I'm always that person. I fucking hate it. It happened to me today, actually. I just, if I'm in a situation where I'm with a group of people and there's an objective and someone has to step up to the plate and like organize things and like get it done, it's me. It's always been me. I'm creative and I like art. Like with my Sag placement, I need to constantly be doing something, moving around, traveling. Like it's a lot of like passion for exploration, I would say. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm just all over the place. I have many hobbies, many interests.
So you're a lot though.
Yeah.
Like look at the way you're dressed.
Yeah, of course. Come on, I'm a Libra and a Libra Venus and a Sag moon. Like, makes sense.
See, like I see how you're obnoxious in one way,
Yeah.
but I'm fucking obnoxious in the other
In
way.
the annoying way.
Oh, so annoying.
Yeah.
Like whoever is with me, I don't understand
Well, that's
why
why no
they're
one
with
is
me.
with you.
But whenever they are, it's like
They're
I
wondering the
always
same
question
thing.
myself. Exactly, but like do I have a place within this whole
Yes.
astrology
Yes, there is someone.
realm?
Yes.
Like where
I feel
do I
like
fit
where
in?
you just have to think about what works for you and what you need in someone else, or not. Let me rephrase that sounds fucked. It's not what you need in someone else, but what will complement and help you grow. So you want to be with someone that challenges you. I think when you talk about dating and relationships, not fucking. If you're talking about fucking, that's a different conversation.
So
But-
fucking has never, it doesn't have anything to do with astrology. Like if you're fucking somebody, astrology never really comes into place.
I mean, it depends on you and asking the other person.
So like you said before, if I fuck somebody and just the sex is not good, it just means that, or signs are not compatible with each other.
In that way, in that specific area.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess if you're woke enough to know your astrology sign and know that other people have different astrology signs, you just might never be compatible in that way, and you just move on. And if you gotten this far, I would really, really appreciate if you like the video, subscribe, follow us on Spotify, anywhere that you get your podcast from. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, we don't care.
Okay, so to wrap it up, it's what you most likely are if you want to say it that way. But either way, I think it doesn't need to dictate your life and your choices. I think it's just something to be aware of and understand that you are an individual. Other people are also individuals, but I think the point you're making is that there are stereotypes within each sun sign that tend to most likely, a lot of times, be true. Like you said, with your mom being a Libra, and your ex being a Libra, there were certain things about them that, yes, I am that way too.
What did people have to say about this topic?
All right, so for the question, does astrological compatibility matter to you when dating?
Ooh, what did they have to say?
No, but I take it into consideration.
See, that's me.
No, but I do like researching it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then someone else said, I feel like it's a great tool and it can be very useful.
So wait, you just gave 4 answers, and there were all 4 different answers.
Different signs, baby. So what sign is a no-go for you and why?
Okay.
Let's see. Taurus and Cancer are not my vibe. Pisces, Aquarius, Leo, and Caps. Annoying and assholes. And then I asked the question... Oh, wait.
You know what?
And then I asked the question...
Uh-huh.
What sign broke your heart? And this is the one I got the most responses to.
Ooh, here we go. Drum roll.
Sagittarius.
Why?
Aries. Pisces and Taurus. As a Leo, another Leo. So a Leo broke a Leo's heart.
That's weird. This
and
has
then Aries. So according to my poll, people don't fuck with Cancers. They got their hearts broken by Aries. And astrology, it's a mixed bag out there. But you know what? People found it interesting enough to comment. So shout out to you.
Shout out to all you guys out there interacting with us.
Yeah.
And I just want to say this one thing. If you want to see the cat wearing a fur coat, please check our Instagram or our YouTube. On that note, I'm out. I'm Raphael. This is Claim Your Baggage.
Well, you didn't even give me a chance to say goodbye. I'm Lizzie, and on behalf of... Okay, no, let me take that again.
It's all her.
I'm Lizzie, and on behalf of everyone at the Claim Your Baggage podcast, I would like to apologize for the time spent that you wasted listening to him speak.
It was awesome time because they heard your titties speak too. We'll see you next time.
That's the only thing keeping people around, and they're not great. You know, I'm probably the only person in this town.
Dude, if I had titties right now, I would be flashing them.
But, yeah, but they're fine, I guess.
Please claim your baggage.